Hey y'all, whether it's morning, evening, or afternoon, I'm just glad that you guys had decided to vibe with E. Yes, the one and only E. Hey y'all, hope y'all are feeling amazing and doing amazing. And if not, my friend, is okay. It's all right. Because bad times don't last forever. After every storm, there is a rainbow. And I'm telling you here from the one and only E, your favorite wellness coach, educational coach, or whatever you refer to me now as, or if you're new here, just a girl that just want to be talking her mess. It's okay. Because after every storm, there is a rainbow, and you're getting very, very closer every day to your rainbow. Okay? So let's get into it. Hey, y'all. What's up? What's poppin'? To the ones that are new here, welcome, welcome, welcome. And for the ones that is not new to this, but true to this, hey, y'all. What's up? What's poppin'? To the OGs. So I just want to say we made it to the last Wednesday of the month. And if you're new here, every last Wednesday of the month, I have a series called Wellness One-on-One Lesson. And we on lesson 11. I started this back in February. So in February, it'll make a year since I've been doing the lessons, these wellness lessons. And the reason why I have been doing these wellness lessons is because I feel as though we all need wellness in our lives. We go through things that we cannot control. And at times we need somebody to help guide us and also let us know what are some techniques and things like that can help us to relax, mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually, and all those things around impacting us as human beings, impacting our mind, body, and soul. So as a person that is real big on mental health and things of that nature, I decided to do a series based on just wellness lessons just to help people recover from maybe a bad time in their life. Maybe the month was not for them, like whatever the case may be. Wellness lessons, one-on-ones, wellness one-on-one lessons are lessons that are helping you with your wellness, and also to help you recover through anything that you're going through. Like, say if we're still in the new year, and January starts out everything. Sometimes in the midst of January being so long, we go through things that we cannot control, or sometimes we just have those days where, like, we're not upset, we're not in the best mood, but we're here. And I'm not gonna lie to y'all, I'm having my moments. Like, I've been having my moments lately. Like I'm here, I'm up, and but I'm just not in a mood where, like, I don't know what to call it, how to define it, and things like that. And it's okay, because it's natural. It's human. We're human. Like, we have those days where we know we're jolly. We have those days when we're blue. We have those days when we're mopey, moody, excited, all those days. But sometimes we just have days where we're muted. And it's nothing personal to nobody. It's just one of those things where we just cannot control. Like, we don't know why it's happening. Like, in the beginning, for me, I'll say it happened. It was happening, I think I want to say, since Friday. I just been those moves, like, or maybe because it was the time of the month. I'm sorry, guys. But even before that, it's just like, for me, my emotions were running deep because I'm back in school to finish my last semester as a senior, internship, working and doing a podcast. So we all have different reasons on why we feel the way we feel, and that's okay. And that's why I have these wellness one-on-one lessons, because these are lessons to help you, the techniques and things that we need to hopefully take initiative of and use it. Even if we don't use it right now, if we use it for like a month or 3-6 months, whatever it's from now, long as somebody's like helping me, like, dang, this person really taking the time out of their day to teach me a new technique impacting my wellness. Because podcasters, it's a funny thing that people don't understand. Within the podcast world, there's different podcasters for different reasons. Like, you have your mental health ones, you have your fitness, you have your gaming, you have your educational, or some do both, or some do just, it's like, in a podcast world, you be surprised what you hear, how they do this and how they do that. Sometimes you might hear repetitively, or whatever the case may be. So in the podcast world, people be like, oh my gosh, everybody talk about the same thing. But in reality, we might be, but we're just saying it in a different way to whoever our audience is. And that's okay too. But before we get into it, I just want y'all to get a rundown on why we have wellness one-on-one lessons, why it's so important. And I'm so excited. It's about to turn 1 year old in February. And yeah, it's been helping. I've been getting some DMs and stuff. People saying it's been helping them. And I'm so glad because of that. I'm so glad and honored because of that. Because, like I said, some of y'all don't know me from a can of paint. So just listening to somebody and like, what the heck? It will make you be like, wow, this person really cared, and things like that. So, even if you do or do not listen to me every day, every Wednesday, or whatever the case may be, as always, I say to everyone, to the ones that are new here and to the OGs, I appreciate y'all so very much for taking the time out of your busy day to just listen to me. If you don't listen to me on that Wednesday when it drops, Thursday, whatever day, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, next Wednesday, I don't care. I appreciate it because I see the numbers going up. I'm going to say it every time. Because little things, it may be so little to y'all, but it's big to me. Little things are so big to me. I don't care what you do and anything. Like, if you send me a post that you feel like it was impacted by me, I'm be like, wow, you took the day, your busy day, to think about me. Just be like, oh, let me send this to her. And vice versa. So I also realized too, before we get into it, that you really, really, really have to appreciate the reasons in your life. And the reason in your life are the people that have been there for you forever and is going to be there for you forever. Sometimes your reasons turn into seasons, and sometimes your seasons turn into reasons. And it's like, wow, how funny how things turn, like how tables turn. But it's okay to go through those trimesters. Shoot, I'm going through that trimester now. You see people that were reasons now turn into seasons, or seasons now turning into reasons. It's okay. It's a part of life. Things happen because sometimes some people fall apart, and that's okay. As long as you guys have a clear understanding, as well as within our lives, with our professional lives or personal, certain things we just fall out of love for, but we always will have that passion. As well as for people, we still love them dearly. It's just that things are just not the same no more, and that's okay. Take it from Vibing with E, the coach, okay? Let's already start putting it on there. Educational wellness coach. Well, I think that's cool. I think that's a cool idea. Wellness and educational coach E. Or, I don't know, y'all. Y'all give me some suggestions, but I think that's cool. Coach E, who specializes in education and wellness and education. I think we got one. Y'all think I got one, but anyway, I don't want to get too carried away. Y'all, I know you're probably looking at me like, if you watching me through the video, like, what is going on with your face? But let me tell y'all something. I got my lashes done a week ago, and the way I sleep, that Monday night, I woke up, y'all. I was sleeping so good, or it just was like a bad dream type of thing. I don't know. I woke up, the right eyelashes was just like all on the pillowcase, because the way I was tossing and turning, I probably, because also I was in pain too, so I'm like, that whole thing just, how they say, down came the rain and washed the spider out, tossing and turning. I really did that. And then I drool and stuff in my sleep, y'all. So, yes, if you see a little bit of lashes through the glasses, yes. And I couldn't get it off. So, yeah, bear with me. And like I said from the beginning, if you're new here, everything is raw and uncut. Sometimes you're going to see me looking like, ooh, looking real glamified. And sometimes you're going to be seeing me look like a bum. But at the end of the day, as long as you guys get the vibe of the day, that's all that matters to me. I don't care. As long as I'm here, I'm up, I'm doing what I gotta do for y'all, because, whoo, baby. I'm telling y'all, it's not easy being the busy life I got. It's not easy. It's not easy. But I'm making it work, and it's called sacrifices. And we all have sacrifices in our life that also impacts with things that we just have to realize is a part of life. When you get older, I feel like once you get out of high school, you realize, okay, I'm stepping into adulthood. It's sacrifices and things I got to do in life. And I just got to take it with a chin. I got to take it with a grain of salt, with my chin up and my chest out. So yeah. So before we get into it, guys, as always, I thank y'all all for taking the time out your busy day again to listen to me. I don't care when, where, whatever. I'm glad you listening, watch me, whatever the case may be. I appreciate it so much. If I could see all of y'all and give y'all a hug, like, y'all don't know how bad. Y'all do not know how bad that make me feel. Y'all do not know how bad just y'all texting me, DMing me, emailing me and stuff out of the blue is just like, wow. every bit of like, comment, subscribe, the following, the sharing, all that, it touches me and it holds a special place in my heart, because it's hard to be in a predicament of being a creator and finding your niche and doing things that sometimes you feel like, is it worth me to even still do? Is it worth me to keep going? Is it worth me to even keep doing this? Because y'all, at times, I'm not gonna lie, I had my days where, like, if I was to stop vibing with E, would anybody notice? If I was to stop doing certain stuff, would anybody notice? You know, so I'm just at the point where, you know, we have our days. You know, when your body telling you need to stop and whatever, do that. But right now, I feel like this is my niche, it's my passion. I have my moments, but, you know, I gotta remember, look, time is money and time is ticking. You know, you can't stay stagnant. You gotta keep going, because you got so much in store, and you don't know how much of an impact you can make onto somebody. So I appreciate you all so much. If I have helped you in any type of shape or form of things, I am so thankful and grateful for that. And I'm gonna keep going, and I'm gonna keep going for you. Okay. So without further ado, I want you guys to sit back, relax, and enjoy hearing my voice, because today it is the first wellness day of the year, but on the last Wednesday of January. So the 5th Wednesday, first wellness day of this year. Let's get the ball rolling. Also, now that I thought about it, another reason why I thought of wellness day is because I go to Morgan State. I don't know how many universities and stuff do this, but Morgan, they have wellness days where they give the students a day off to focus on nothing but their wellness, mental, physically, all that. No homework, no nothing. That all focus on you to focus on what you want to do, whatever for your wellness. Drink, sleep, eat, do it all over again. Whatever you want to do, that day is meant for you. So that also have really empowered me and impacted me to do wellness 101, because it's like, wow, my university cares about my mental health too. And sometimes we need mental health days, even if for people that's not in college, whatever. We need mental health days too. People in general, we need them. So if you work a job and stuff, and they give you wellness days and stuff, take them days, because you need it. You need it. Everybody needs that day of zen, that day of woosah. I just need a day for like catch up or sleep. Whatever. Do it and take it. Okay? So, I want you guys to sit back, relax, and enjoy hearing my beautiful voice. Because today's wellness lesson of the day is a good lesson that impacts with the rest of the year. Hopefully, fingers crossed, that we all get an impact on, and it makes a difference. So sit back, whether you want to go or whether you want to go at home, whatever the case may be. Turn me up on your phones, PCs, speakers, AirPods, Beats, whatever. Turn me up, because as always, every vibe of the day is something special, and every wellness lesson of the day is important and special as well. So let's get into it. Today's wellness 101 lesson 11 is stress reduction techniques for the new year. Yes, so we're working on stress reduction techniques. It is the new year. Some of us probably have been stressing. And I know why some of y'all may have been stressing. I know some of y'all just be stressing because things is like, it's life. Some of us are stressing due to things going on in our life. That's what I can know of. Life, personal life, professional, whatever. Stress is a big thing. And stress is a thing that at times we cannot control. But here are some stress reduction techniques that I think you guys are going to like. As always, I start off the vibe with giving y'all the definition, and we jump right into it. So the definition of stress, it is the body's response to any demand or threat. It could be caused by physical or emotional factors. Stress reduction techniques can reduce stress levels and improve overall well-being. So stress is something that happens naturally to us. It just don't come out of nowhere. Well, sometimes it does. I'm take that back. Sometimes stress comes out of nowhere. Like we don't know how this going on. Like how in the world I'm just stressed out like this. And the reason why this happens because it's a response that our body gets. I don't know if it's me. Some people say when they get upset, their heart starts to race real fast. But their heart starts to race really fast. They get a headache instantly, or whatever in their body shaking and stuff like that. It gets instantly. For me, I'll say I get a headache before I feel and hear my heart racing like crazy. I get a bad headache. My mind is just like, it's like my mind playing tricks on me. Like I had those feelings like, oh my gosh, what is going on? What's going on? And I just be second guessing. Ooh, sorry. Y'all see, if y'all watching the video, y'all see how I just jumped up and everything just flew. But for many people, it's many different reasons on how stress starts and how it's born, if you want to say. And for most of us, it responds in a way, however whatever body part responds first. Some people say their heart starts to race, the cries, the head. For me, my head starts hurting instantly. Then the tears, and I feel the heartbeat. So it's like boom, boom, boom. So it's like head, eyes, heart. Some shoulders, chest, and all that. So stress does come out of nowhere, and it impacts our bodies. It responds to demands or threats. Anything that just doesn't sit right with us, it automatically is a target, and it triggers us. And it's caused by physical and emotional factors, so it's anything physical or emotional that can just get us to the point where, you know what, now I'm stressed and my level is high and I have to bring it back down. So that's when the stress reduction techniques come into play, so it can reduce our stress levels and impact our wellness for the better, will impact our wellness for the better, and us and our well-being. So who can benefit from stress reduction techniques, and why is it crucial for everyone to incorporate them into their routine? Point blank, period. As always, if you're new here, I always do the vibes, wellness, and everything through the 5 W's. The only time I really won't say much of the 5 W's, I'm going to say is once we start the series for Vibing Out with Guests. You may not hear me say who, when, where, why, because it's a conversation going. And with me being by myself, everything I do is me. So most of the stuff is off the dome. I just write notes to make sure, or some is just plain giant notes. But most of the time, I make sure to incorporate the notes and off the dome to help y'all connect and understand what's going on. Because sometimes, I understand we all go through things, and sometimes we cannot remember everything. So notes are very, very, very essential. Sorry, guys. I had to take a water break. I felt a little dehydrated. But we back. So when it comes to any vibe or wellness lesson that's going on, I try to incorporate that with everyone because everybody goes through things. It's not just like one population. Everybody goes through everything. I don't care your race, y'all know what I'm ready to say. I don't care all about it. Don't matter. We're human. We go through everything, but we just go through it different ways. But we all have those feelings. Like you bleed, if I get a cut, I bleed. If you get a cut, you're gonna bleed too. So you see how it's matching up together and lining up. Anyway, so who can benefit from the stress reduction techniques, and why is it important for us to incorporate this into our everyday life? Well, everyone can benefit from stress reduction techniques. These techniques are very helpful. So also, not only does young adults get stressed, but children get stressed too. Regardless of whatever's going on in their life, no matter how big or small it is, they have feelings too. And they develop their feelings at a certain time in their life. So as at times, not only, how people be like, you young, you can't be stressed. Children can be stressed about things. And most of the time that I notice, allegedly, it could be within education. Trying to be able to do this, trying to be able to do that. Also, like within hobbies, they like doing things that they see their peers doing. So some just throwing some things out there for the children as well, because they also go through things. Not only just us young adults and adults and everything, like and the elderly and stuff, children, little kids, adolescents, teenagers, young adults, elder adults, everybody go through it. We all be stressed. Even pets, but you know, they have a different way of expressing their stress. And shout out to the veterinarians that can do that, because y'all, I don't know how they can tell when a dog is stressed out and a cat, but y'all got it. Cause I'm gonna need to go and see one up close and personal. Cause my dog sometimes do stuff and I be like, he alright. I be online looking at the veterinarians and seeing what they do. So I be like, okay. But yeah, everybody goes through stress. So these techniques are very important. It's very helpful for everyone, because everyone, it helps. These are helpful for everyone to incorporate into their routine, because they can reduce stress and anxiety, enhance focus, and enhance overall well-being. So stress reduction techniques can even be used to manage difficult situations, such as feeling overwhelmed. And that's one thing that I feel as though also with us being in a new year, there's a lot of things going on. Everyone is overwhelmed, and we're not giving ourselves grace and time to just love on ourselves and let whoever we believe in take control of everything. Like praying and stuff, and you know, doing whatever makes you feel good and you strong, whatever, believe in whatever you do, focus on that, because the more and more you stress, the more and more your health is at risk. The more and more you worry, you're going to give yourself a heart attack. The more and more you wonder and things like that, it's a lot that can happen. And we know that, but it's like we won't know it until it's our time that it happens. If it makes sense. So for instance, you guys, like me, I thought I almost had a heart attack one day. Wow, a while ago. Because I was just so stressed and overwhelmed. Like when you cry and stuff too, it's like, oh my gosh. And you feel your heart beat, and then it's feel like your chest get tight. It's like, okay. I was like, okay, hold. That don't feel right. That hurt. And I need to chill out before something gets wrong. Because also your pressure. Your pressure. You do not want your pressure to be high. And last time I checked my pressure is when I was eating something and it was very salty. My pressure was fine. But I feel like us humans need to check our pressure every day, because stuff happens all the time. And we sometimes doctors be like, do you check your pressure often? And you know, some of us be quick to say no. Because at times, if we're so overwhelmed and got a lot on our plate and stuff, we need to chill out. And it's so funny because I was talking to my mom, like, I need to chill out with certain stuff. Like, I need to let things happen, let them, because, like, if I'm not included in it, I can't keep putting myself out there and keep trying to fight and do something if it don't have nothing to do with me. Because after I put so much in, it's like, okay, sometimes you got to wash your hands with things and people so it don't get you overwhelmed. As well as within your personal and professional lifestyle, you got to know what's for you and what's not for you. What you can take and what you cannot take. How much can you let this person run over top of you? How much can you let this thing stress you over? Because that's when stress comes and things like that. And that's why it's important to have these techniques in our lives. So by us being able to have techniques that'll help us from being overwhelmed, they can also help improve self-esteem and self-confidence, because that's another thing that also gets us stressed out. Sometimes y'all have my moments where I be like, dang, I look old or stuff like that. You know, we need to love on ourselves. You love on yourself first, do for you, and also breathe in and breathe out. Breathing is a big thing. We do it every day, and if not, you know, so we just really the whole point of the wellness lesson, like I said too, is helping us elevate, giving us a little sense of what's going on, but it's also going to elevate us and help us. So when it comes back, I know how to catch it and I know what to do, so I won't be going through whatever the case may be. So stress reduction techniques can also help improve communication and problem solving skills. They can also increase self-awareness and mindfulness. Mindfulness plays a crucial role And stress reduction by enhancing individuals to focus on the present moment without judgment. This practice allows people to become more aware of their thoughts and feelings. This helps them to respond to any time for stress, calming, and thoughtful rather than rather than reacting emotionally. So these stress techniques will help you from not having your emotions on the line. Leave it at the door so you know what to do before you just, lash out and let your emotions take control. So by incorporating mindfulness into daily routines, individuals can develop a great sense of peace and balance in their lives, ultimately reducing stress levels. Additionally, mindfulness can be used to enhance individuals to become more aware of their physical health, leading to improved overall well-being. Practicing mindfulness can be simple as setting aside a few minutes each day for meditation or mindfulness breathing exercises. Incorporating mindfulness moments into everyday activities such as eating or walking can also enhance awareness and present. By constantly engaging in these routines, individuals can build resilience against stress and cultivate a positive outlook on life. So, like I said, basically, overall summarizing, we all go through it, from children to adults to pets, everyone. We do go through stress, and it's important for us to incorporate stress strategies, stress routines, and reductions into our life because it's important. It's important for us to just really understand our body and know what's for us and what's not for us. So when it comes to our mental health and things like that, we have to make sure that we're doing what's best for us. We have to make sure that we're doing things that are that make sense and that is very, very y'all, the daggone video done stopped. Well, I stopped the video, y'all, and I don't think I could go back and finish the rest of it. But if not, it's okay. It's totally fine. It's okay. It's just like, dang, I was getting into it and then it just stopped. But it's fine. Y'all get a little peek of it, but I just was like, dang, I was on a roll. Lately I was on a roll, but it's okay. It's all right. We just gonna leave it alone. But yes, y'all, it's very important for us to. It's very, very important for us whew, to be mindful of the stress that we go through. We have to be very mindful of everything that we take on in our lives. Take it from someone that has so much going on. And I love using me as an example so y'all can understand that not y'all are not the only ones going through this. Y'all not alone. As someone who is a coach, have been through this. The coach been on the field, been, on the court or whatever. So I'm the coach. I'm throwing y'all in the game and letting y'all know, like, look, it's okay to have these moments. It's okay to feel the way that y'all feel. It's okay to go through these things and you don't know how to deal with it and things like that. Trust me, it's okay. Take it from someone that is still learning and still growing and is still, taking it day by day. And I want y'all to understand too that we go through things in our life and sometimes it's hard to even depend on others because it's like we don't want to be a burden. But sometimes you have to listen to people, you got to do things, and sometimes you just have to take a leap on faith and do what's best for you. Going to counseling, for me, I always use it as an example because it helps me in so many ways. Talking to someone that is specialized in whatever area you need help in, depression, anxiety, whatever it is that you're going through, being able to sit down with them and them they're helping you, giving you stress techniques to so you can get rid of the feeling of just helping you with stress reduction techniques with anything in your life it's a blessing, because these people really went to school for this and they really have a passion for this, because everybody has a purpose on doing something because they have a story to tell on why they are in the position that they in now. And I want y'all to remember that. Everything that you see these people doing is a story behind why they did this. And you know, most people be like, within the social work world and things like that, oh, I'm doing this because I want to help people. But they also have a deeper story on why they do have what they have. The reason why they have this passion and why it's so fire and burning and stuff for them. Well, no matter who it is, everybody has a story behind why they are where they are now. Okay. So what are some effective stress reduction techniques to try in the new year? So, you know, we're in the new year, guys. This is the last Wednesday of the month with plenty more to go. As we start off, I feel as though these should also be something that we just incorporate yearly, but mainly daily, because it's important, especially within our professional lives as well. Meditation, deep breaths, and journaling. For the OGs, they remember. If you remember, y'all should remember this. I'm real big on having that mirror conversation with yourself. Having that time, that self-talk to yourself. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40 minutes. I don't care how long it takes. Hell, take that time for yourself to get yourself together. Sometimes we need to have pep talks with ourselves before we even walk in the door. Sometimes we have to have pep talks with ourselves before we even do certain stuff. Or we need our time to zen, because it gets real in the field. It gets real. And life be lifing. That's how y'all say it. Yeah, life be lifing and all that stuff. It's for real. Like, it's totally for real, and it's no joke. Like, people go through things that they cannot control, and it's at times, you know, where like, what? I need to take the time to just, you know, get myself together so I don't have this chip on my shoulder that will have people looking at me like, what's wrong with, you know, looking at you and me like, what's wrong with them? But also, you do not want to display that frustrations onto someone that haven't done anything to you. Trust me, we all know the feeling of how that goes. We all know how it is. So that's why it's important to have that time to meditate, to zen. Take deep breaths is very important too. The deeper the breath is, it makes your body more relaxing, and it makes you feel like you on cloud nine, so you go through the day. Journaling is a good thing. I love to journal because it helps me, and I look back at the time like, wow, what, like, this really happened? Like, dang, let me think about, can I think about what happened? You know, get a visual, close my eyes so I get a visual of it, you know. Whatever makes you happy. But the two things one big thing I'm real big on is deep breathing. Taking that time to have that mirror conversation with yourself, like, listen up. Whatever you gotta do, do it, because it's important. You're human, and we all go through things. And you want to make sure you're doing the right thing without doing something that can cause you to maybe be in some trouble and maybe hurt somebody's feelings. And we don't want to do that. So meditation, deep breaths, and journaling is a good great ways to reduce stress. Meditation can lower your stress levels by calming your mind and allowing you to focus on the present moments. Deep breathing, y'all, can reduce your health rate and your blood pressure. Very important. Because that's, like I said, you don't want to have a high blood pressure. Especially if you're young. You don't want that. Even when you're older, you don't want high blood pressure. You want to stay calm, cool, calm, but collected as possible. And don't let anyone and anything get you in that mindset of you to be stressed out. Because once you stress, it's hard to be unstressed. And that's why these techniques I'm giving y'all for stress reductions is very important. So the deep breath, you know, is very important because it reduces your heart rate in the blood and your blood pressure to make sure, you know, you keep your blood flowing and stuff. You don't want to be so high to the point like to the point where like dang, what am I doing? And y'all hear me stuttering because that's how people came to me, be like, bro, I don't know. Like, they just be like, and I'd be like, breathe. Take your time, because I understand, but I want you to take your time so you don't have, you know, heart attacks, seizures, and things like that, because it's real. And journaling can add, you know, it can have the access in your life for you to process your thoughts and gain clarity. Or drawing, whatever brings you peace, do it, because it's going to help you in the long run. As well as taking regular breaks throughout the day, enhancing your physical activity, And spending time with the ones you love, your friends or family. They can also help you with, reducing your stress. Additionally, to setting realistic goals. That's one thing too that we all go through. When we don't set realistic goals, it makes us even more stressed out, especially if you don't meet the deadline. Take it from someone that set goals and sometimes feel as though that, okay, I'm setting these goals, but why nothing's happening? You put in the work and everything, it's like, why are you not seeing the process? Sometimes you got to set the goals realistic as possible. Like, you have to set it to the point where, like, okay, I should be able to get this within 4 to 5 months or 3 to 4 months, maybe a month or so. And you got to take time on yourself and you got to give yourself grace. Because the more and more you stress, the more and more it's going to make you in an uproar. And you don't want that. And we don't want that to happen to you. So having the time to set realistic goals is very important. Do things for your physical body, get a massage, ride a bike, sit at the lake, whatever you want to do. And, listen to music, things like that. But also, talking to someone that's a professional, like I said, within any area you're going through. I don't care if it's a therapist, a counselor, a social worker, a shrink. I don't care who it is. As long as that person can help you and you feel as though it's time for you to talk to a specialist, do it. Sometimes we have to just take that risk and talk to someone that is educated, certified, all that in this area. Because at times you want to make sure you are you are doing what you got to do, and also it's not looking to a point where, like, oh, it's getting a little dangerous, it's getting a little scary, high risk and all those things. So being able to talk to someone, do things for yourself, go out with the ones you love is very key, as well as when it comes to taking deep breaths, meditating, journaling, drawing, whatever the case may be, as well as talking to a professional. So also, taking the time to relax. Take those wellness days to relax. Whatever day, I don't care, the weekend, whatever. Make sure 1 or 2 days out of the week is for you. One day is for your wellness. You can stay in the house, relax, and lay down. The other day is like, okay, I'm going out to take myself on a date, or I'm going here, whatever the case may be. Do something for also not just your physical, but also for your mental, emotions, and spiritual. Do things that is very, very important and crucial to you, and even try things that you have been putting on the back burner on. Do what's for you, my friend, because that right there is a stress reduction technique that we all need to go through and understand that it's important, and it's not a crime. It's not a crime. As well as taking the time to relax, listening to music can also be beneficial. Listening to jazz, listening to whatever genre of music you like, it can help calm you down and help you with your breathing. Breathe in, breathe out. Me, I like jazz. It's smooth and stuff. When I go work with the children and stuff, I love to put that on because it's soft. Because it's a rowdy day or whatever. They need something soft, Even like them air fresheners and stuff, like a nice scent in the room can also make things brighter. You got some stuff that say, ooh, this is going to make your stress go down. Body oils, body lotion, whatever. Whatever. Do what you got to do so you can have that stress reduction techniques. Do the things that is going to make you feel good, not on the outside, but also in the inside. So not only in the outside is making you feel good, but the inside is what matters the most through everything is going on. You got to take the time to practice self-care and engage in activities that brings you joy and can be also helpful, guys. So spending time on self-care is like putting fuel in your car. It's like if you neglect your car won't run. It won't run properly, and eventually it will break down. So you got to think of that when it comes to your self-care. Taking care of yourself is essential if you want to stay happy and healthy, as well as being able to engage in activities that make you feel empowered and in control of your life can also help you. So maintaining control of your life, as well as taking control of your mental well-being in your life, is essential to living a fulfilling life. And when is it appropriate time to implement stress reduction practice, and how often should they be used? The best time to implement stress reduction practice is regularly throughout your day. Like I mentioned, it's important for us to do this every day, daily. So like this can help us. Sometimes it may not work. Sometimes you got to go back to the drawing board from square one. Or maybe you just got to try something different, but take your time on it. That's why it's like, sometimes you got to dust yourself off or try it again. But if it don't work for you, put it back and try something new. And if that makes it better, take it and run. You got to find your niche on what's for you and what makes you happy, what brings you comfort, what brings you zen. Sometimes it takes us a minute to find out what's for us, as well as when it comes to who's for us. Why is this person so important? Is this person important? Does this person brings me peace? Does this person bring me happiness? Or does this person stress me out to the point where that I want to lose my mind? We all have things going on. Like, it is what it is. It's one of those things that we cannot control sometimes. But when it comes to your mental, when you sit down and really take the time to be like, dang, I gotta do what's best for me. Take it from someone that just had this talk with herself about, is this for me? Or is this not for me? Like, what am I gonna do? Like, what is best for me within my professional and my mental health? How can this help me in the long run? Will it help me in the long run? Do I have to keep going over and over and over again? There's a lot of questions we ask ourselves, like who, when, where, why, and everything like that. But when in this situation, it is appropriate. It's most appropriate to do it throughout the day, but also when you feel that urge of sense like, I gotta get my stuff together. I gotta get it together. I gotta get my ish together, man. Because, I feel emotional because this is deep. It's only the beginning of the year. We're still in the beginning of the year. And sometimes the beginning of the year, it may drag on up until into February. And I want y'all to know that y'all not alone. That's why I take my time on these vibes, the wellness and things, because we're human. I'm human. I'm going through it just like you are, my friend. We're going through a time right now that we just don't want to go through, but I'm telling you, we're getting closer and closer every day to our rainbow. That's why we have to stick together, love on ourselves, and also appreciate ourselves for who we are and how far we came and how far we have come for a lot of things. So when it comes to, sometimes you got to look back at the old you and be like, old me would have zapped out, cussed everybody out, X, Y, and Z. But the new me is on a different approach. And the new me is going to make sure that I know how to handle myself. So when it comes to when is the most appropriate time for stress reduction to practice it and how often it should be used, it should be used throughout the day regularly. Rather than, us waiting until we feel overwhelmed. We got to incorporate these practices into our daily routines, such as through the morning meditation or at night in the evening, the afternoon or the evening, doing yoga, Pilates, whatever the case may be, dancing, whatever we like to do physically to help us mentally, that can help maintain a balanced state of mind. Because it's best for us to start implementing these practices as soon as possible. Even if we got to start it right away, we got to do what's best for us so we don't have those episodes where we lash out and it's not good. Because people will remember the bad, but they will never remember the good that much. Like, we should be able to do these regularly, at least once a day, to ensure that they're effective, like they're helping in some type of shape or form. Just being able to take the time to practice self-care can also help us to reduce stress levels and improve our overall well-being. It's important to set realistic goals for ourselves and expectations when we incorporate things that we practice into our lives. Like setting, small achievements, setting small achievement goals, it can help us stay motivated and on track. Self care is very important. It's a practice that can also help us to create a sense of balance and harmony in our lives. Just taking the time to focus on our physical and mental emotional health can help us feel calmer and more in control. Just having that regular practice can also help us to feel more connected to ourselves and to the world around us. Sometimes we have to get a sense of being in nature, doing things in nature that we never done. Because you never know, that maybe can make things more 10 times better. Sitting out there with nature, just embracing, being with the trees, the waterfalls, and the mountains or whatever. Sometimes we got to take a leap on faith and see what's for us and take that risk and say, you know what, this ain't working. I got to try new techniques, and it's okay. Just taking the time to focus on that, your wellness and your wellness, mental and emotional health is important. So to achieve those goals, we have to make sure and understand that it's important for us to create a self-care routine that works for you and we stick to it. Because, sometimes we get in things, it's like, okay, in that moment. But this is not in a moment thing. This has to be a forever thing. We have to stick to it. We also have to create a self-care plan that is a routine that is impacted within a habit. Like we're building it into a habit. We need to practice it regularly and carefully to make it effective. And over time, we will start to notice the benefits and some differences in our lives. To ensure the maximum benefit is essential to plan and practice for our self-care routine regularly. And furthermore, it's important to prioritize your self-care routine and make it a habit so that it becomes a part of our everyday lives. It devotes us. It is a commitment that we also have for ourselves when impacting our self-care routine, that we can reduce the stress within the new year with effective stress reduction techniques. Take it from someone again. I'm in school, guys. I work, internship, and I have the podcast. I don't have many self-care days like I supposed to. And when I do, I'm in my bed. And sometimes I need to be out and embrace life. But sometimes you have to be very careful. It's pros and cons. But you always want to think of the positive side. But you also need to keep that negative on your shoulder too, just in case. Keep it on a swivel. Where I'm from, you got to be always on your P's and Q's. But everywhere you need to be on your P's and Q's. Literally. Because you don't know. And it's important to keep that in mind. So where can you practice these stress reduction techniques at home and at work? So when it comes to your professional and personal life, you can practice deep breathing exercises, mindfulness, and meditation at home, as well as at work. And at work, you can take a break to focus on your breathing and walk outside. You can talk to your colleagues and your friends and your family, whoever, about your feelings. You can also use relaxation techniques such as progressing your muscles, relaxation, or guiding your imagination. Where I have my internship at, they have a wellness room for the teachers, the staff basically. They go in a wellness room. It's like a Zen room. They have massage chairs, warming blankets, feet massages. Like, they got it made up there. And the teachers take advantage of that because it's needed. Sometimes we don't have that at home. And sometimes the workplace even gives us stress, but sometimes we need to make something out of nothing everywhere we go. We need to find peace everywhere we go. We need to find something that's going to help us, especially within the things that we're going through. Like, you have to have those relaxation techniques that can help you, with your muscles and relaxing, and also help you have a good image on people, as well as mainly on yourself. You can also have you need to also say positive affirmations about yourself. I love when I did a session with my 6th graders on affirmations about themselves. And it took them a minute to understand why is it important to give yourself that confidence as well as pump yourself up. It doesn't mean you're conceited at all. It's giving you the grace that I know I can do this and I know what I am. Because I'm working hard and I'm putting in this work and I'm focusing on me. I know I can be this, and I know I'm this, and I know I'm that. It doesn't give you conceited. It gives you a motivation and a pep talk basically to yourself that keep going, keep going. I got this. Regardless of what's going on in my life, that's a minor setback for a major comeback. And I'm not going to let that affect me. So I'm going to keep saying to myself, I got it. I got it. I'm a big girl now. I'm a big boy now. Whatever you want to say to yourself, like, I'm smart. I'm loyal. I'm the president. I'm a CEO. I'm the boss. Whatever you consider yourself. Whatever you want to consider yourself as. I don't want to say want. You are. Even if you're not in that place right now, predict it. Manifest it. Because it's going to come. See me, I call myself the coach or CEO. One day I see myself as that. And I know that's going to happen. Because I have that mindset and I keep pushing and pushing and pushing and pushing myself. If no one's going to push me, I'm going to make sure I push my damn self. Because in everything that I do, I got to make sure I put myself first. And that's sometimes when stress come into play. When we don't put our damn self first. And it happens to the best of us. I'm going to take that back. It don't happen just to the best of us. It happens to all of us. When we take care of people, we don't take care of ourselves, and it hurts us so bad. It's like, damn, what am I doing? And then you sit back and you realize what's going on, who's for you and who's not for you. That's when it turns you up a little bit more like, look, all right, it's okay, it's all right. When I'm ready to have a talk with them, when they're ready to talk with me, we're going to talk about it. But right now, I got to get on my stuff. I got to get my ish together before I try to play cap to save a person from any and anything in it. Before any and everything going on in their life, I got to make sure I'm good. I got to make sure I'm where I'm at. Because I cannot and I will not let nobody get me into these habit of being stressed. It's important that we keep in mind that we are all that we have. We have ourselves first. And we got to give ourselves grace. And we got to love on ourselves first before we go out there and do so much for others. We gotta realize, look, I got to get my stuff together. I got to do what's for me. By just having the coping skills for me to increase my resilience, I have to be able to manage my stress more effectively and apply it in a different context. With that in my mind, and your mind as well, my friends, it's important that we practice these strategies regularly so that it can be in cahoots in our lives, into our daily lives. Like, for example, like me, whoever, could set aside a time each day to just practice deep breathing and mindfulness meditation. The regular practice that we have is going to, whatever we do, the more practice we put into it is going to make it all work out because it's key. As well as for us to build a strong foundation of resilience for ourselves. With the practice of these strategies, this will become second nature to us. And we will be able to incorporate with anything going on and be able to handle any challenges that come our way. Especially that thing that it causes us the most damage in our lives. Stress. So when we feel the nerve of that thing called stress try to approach us, we know what to do and what not to do. Because I'm not going to let that take over me. You're not going to let those things take over you. I don't care how big or small it is. Take it from me. I'm helping you get yourself together. I'm going to teach you. I'm going to guide you into making sure that you understand, like, look, this is temporary, but this ain't forever. Hell with that. Because I know for a fact, this is not only going to break me, but it ain't going to make me be back in the trap. Because I know for a fact I'm going to turn this up 10 times better. I'm going to make stress be like, dang, I ain't knocking on your door no more. And you'll be like, dang. And that's how you got to be within anything and everything in your life. You cannot let people win. You cannot let things win that may affect you in the long run. You got to be able to adapt to things that's for you and what's not for you. And that's why it's important that these wellness days come into play. You cannot let people walk over. You cannot let people walk all over you. You can't let things that you can't control take a toll on you. You got to be able to be like, look, pray on it. Talk to yourself. Do whatever you got to do to remain calm. Don't get me wrong. We have the moments that we cannot control, but we cannot have them happening frequently. I was once that person that felt like frequently I'm just crashing out, zapping out, and I never really sat back and like realized, damn, what I'm doing is wrong. And it made me feel like an angry person, and I wasn't myself no more. Until I prayed on it and manifested and did things of that nature to help me. And look where I'm at now. I call myself a coach, an educational and wellness coach, or wellness and educational coach, whatever way y'all want to put it. I'm telling you, take it from me. You can do it. You can do it. Put your back into it. It takes time. But I'm telling you, my friend, it's only going to get better. It will rain. But after that rain, that storm, that rainbow is coming. And we getting closer and closer every day to it. I guarantee you. Take it from me. I've been there. I had storms. And we all going to have storms. But rainbows going to keep coming and coming. Because it ain't over. You got to put up a good fight before you see what you want to see. Especially when it comes to stress. Sometimes you got to fight with that. But once you've done, it's like, dang, I got that. And I ain't going to let nobody or nothing top that. Because you have the techniques in your mind and your database that, look, stress is coming. But I know how to take control of this. And I know what is not going to do to me. But I know what I'm going to do to that. Him, he, she, they, whatever. That right there, my friend, you gonna know how to handle things. You gonna be a beast at this mug. I'm gonna be like, dang, it happens, and you gonna be real good. Trust me. Minor setback for a major comeback. Lastly, why do stress reduction techniques matter, and how can they boost overall well-being? Stress reduction techniques can improve physical, I'm sorry y'all, I had to burp, and mental health reducing. Okay, hold on y'all, because I'm reading it and I'm going a little too fast. Stress reduction techniques can improve physical and mental health, reducing anxiety and improve moods. They can also increase focus and production and being productive and creating a more balanced lifestyle. Stress reduction techniques can also be used to cope with difficult situations or situations that causes stress. They can provide a sense of clarity and to help create a more positive outlook on life. Stress reduction techniques can also provide a sense of peace and relaxation, which can help to create a sense of overall well-being. Stress reduction techniques can also be used to develop a better problem-solving social skills and build resilience. They can also help to foster a better relationship with others. Stress reduction techniques can also help reduce stress and fear, as well as increasing confidence and self-esteem. They can also be used to improve and focus on being able to connect with others and having control, which can help you to improve overall performance and production. In addition, practicing self-reduction techniques can lead to better sleep quality as they help calm the mind and relax the body. Improvement on sleep can contribute to enhancing a better functioning well-being for you when it comes to your overall well-being. Regular practice of stress reduction techniques can help to create a healthier and more balanced lifestyle. Practicing stress reduction techniques is like putting money in the bank. The more you put in, the more the reward returns the more rewards will return. Therefore, investing in a stress reduction techniques can be a wise decision that pays back dramatically, and tremendously in the long run. To continue the new year on a positive note, it's important to practice stress reduction techniques that will ensure you well-being in the future. And the quote of the day to impact today's wellness one-on-one lesson 11: stress is not what happened to us. It's our responsibility and our response to what happens. And the response is something that we can choose. By incorporating techniques like meditation, exercising, and deep breathing into your daily routine, you can significantly improve your mental and physical health. I know that was a lot, and it was a lot. And I hope you guys enhanced it, because I felt like this one so far in the new year is deep and is a motivational speech type one. I really, really hope you guys have enjoyed this one as well as learned a lot. I really hope you learned a lot, and also understand that it's okay to go through those days. It's okay to have those moments where we cannot control them, but you gotta learn how to fight back, and you gotta know when to tell somebody like, look, I don't play, and the day is the day that I'm not playing with you. And you also gotta have those techniques on what you can take and what you cannot take. And when you see and get a sense of how something is, or it might have happened before, you know what to do and what not to do within the situation, okay? So as always, I thank you guys so much for taking the time out of your busy days to even listen to me. I hope you guys stay safe and display nothing but good vibes only. Give love. Respect is not earned, is given. And whew, that was a lot, y'all, to take in. It had me tearing up in the corner, because I'm like, wow, I feel this, because it's deep and we're all going through this. So as always, I'm gonna say it again, I thank you all. I hope I'm helping somebody. If, like I say all the time too, if I can't help a whole bunch of people, as long as I help someone, that knows I'm doing the job. I'm getting the job done regardless. And as always, I wish you guys nothing but the best. Please be safe out here. Peace and blessings to you all. Love on one another as well as love on yourself. Give yourself grace and appreciate yourself as well. Bad times don't last forever. After every storm, there is a rainbow, and you're getting closer and closer every day to yours. You guys will hear from me next Wednesday for the first Wednesday of February. Bye.